Close your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading, we're going to find out what is the most important question you need to ask yourself at this time. We have three options here to choose from. Option 1 is this card and it says Truth and Beauty. Option 2 is this card and it says the beauty of the rose is endlessly yet to be seen. And option 3 is this card and it says she came back to the innocence of the garden. Once again, this is option 1, this is option 2, and this is option 3. Now you can pause the video, choose a card, let's get to it. Hello option 1, for those of you who selected the first card, Truth and Beauty, here's your reading. Now we're going to look at this card at the end, so I'm going to pop it right over here. So let's get a card from the Shadow and Light Oracle. Let's find out what is the most important question you need to ask yourself at this time. Okay, may I have a card for option 1? Okay, we have card number 12, Planning Destiny. Okay, let's get a tarot. This woman has a wedding dress on, planning for your future, right? So for some of you, it might be how you would like your wedding to be. For someone, it's their second wedding, right? But it's really giving me what do you want for your future, right? So it's like various milestones. So what would you like if you're not ready for marriage or at that stage? And you're dating, what type of person would you like to be with, right? Or what type of home life would you like to create for yourself when you're in a connection with someone else? Or if you're single, it's all about direction in life, right? This card. It's also giving me a feeling of some things are beyond your control. So it's saying that you can plan and plan and plan all you want, but it may not pan out the way that you have planned or you expected, right? Some things are actually fated or should be left to chance, which is quite lovely. So key question is, what do you want for yourself? Where do you see yourself in the future? What does your future look like? It's really focusing on tapping into, with the moon energy as well, your deep emotions. We're talking about what you truly want. Not things that are surfacey or, again, saying things to please people or to not look silly. This is like calling for you to really be honest, to search deep within. It's also not a decision to be made or taken lightly. Okay, so we have here the Five of Pentacles. It is definitely speaking on what do you want for your future. Where do you see yourself in the future? Now, if you are in a really tough situation and you cannot see an end to it or the light at the end of the tunnel, this speaks on planning. This speaks on taking a deep breath, right? Taking a deep breath, getting a pen and paper and writing down truthfully exactly what you want for yourself, for your life, from the present, from now on. Everything that you would like to accomplish, experience, see, etc. This is calling for you to believe again, right? It's calling for you to also understand that you are not alone. There's always help available. Realize that sometimes we cannot tackle things all by ourselves. Sometimes we need the support of others. Sometimes we need to call in for help. It's also saying if you are experiencing financial hardship, to look at your budgeting, right? So on a piece of paper, writing down the money that you have, so what's coming in and what is going out, your expenses. Seeing where you can save, where you can put money aside. That's what this is calling for. But it's like not being in a situation where you are apathetic, where you're sat back doing absolutely nothing, where you're in limbo, right? You're stuck in a situation, and with it being pentacles, this is like you're fully experiencing this. This is like surroundings. This is something that is full on. It's not in your head, right? It's not a feeling. This is actually an experience. So instead of being in fear, it is calling for you now to, again, get pen and paper and start writing down exactly where you want to be, what you would like to accomplish, and how you're going to get there. What are the steps? Based on where you are now, what could you possibly do to help you to get to your goal, your desired outcome? And with this being 3, the 12 here, and this being the 5 of Pentacles, know that you have support. It's important to understand that sometimes we have to put our ego to one side, shame to one side, in order to get out of a tough situation, accepting help. Okay? With the destiny word here on this card, I'm getting an image of the Wheel of Fortune, and it is telling me that this is in your hands. Yes, some things are fated, but sometimes our actions can alter and change our situation. So it's you participating in the changes in your life. Any type of stuck energy, know that there are solutions. But the key thing here is truth, being honest with yourself about your situation, what is going on, and being truthful about where you want to be. Okay? Really shifting the energy from pessimism to optimism. It will help also, again, by doing that exercise. So it's not in your head or your heart, and it's like a fantasy that you can easily forget. This is you actually writing down again what you would like to accomplish or what an issue is, so you can spot the problems. Again, that example with the bills, the budgeting. So it's right there in front of you. You see it. It's a constant reminder as to what needs to be focused on. Okay. Let's get another card. We have here the Lovers. The choice is yours. It's telling me that there are 2 paths. You can remain where you are, or you can take a chance and move in a new direction. It's food for thought. And it's also giving me, if you are at a standstill, so you're in limbo regarding a choice, a decision, creating a pros and cons list. Okay, let's look at your advice card. Truth and beauty. And it's like beauty in this experience, because once you've overcome it, you always be able to look back at this especially if the outcome is favorable. This will become wisdom, something that you can apply in your next situation or scenario, or help others to overcome their tough situations. This would be very sound and good advice. Okay. It says here, genuine, rare, exotic, unique love. And it really is calling for you to be genuine. It's calling for truth. But the beauty is, again, exactly what you want. What fills your heart. Okay, so we have truth and beauty deep into the garden. This card represents the heart chakra. Unity. So this is coming together. So this could be connecting with others to help you to excel. We have here the portal to grace, epiphany. So that realization that, hang on a minute, I have what it takes to overcome this. It's right there in front of me. Every star, child, stone, river, mountain, creature, plant. This is our intelligence. This is our true mind. We are this moment. We are not she or he as we think. We are pure energy pouring into life. Life as life, living and breathing in waves of no resistance. Truth and beauty, simple and present beyond all seriousness. We are emerging, unfurling. We have not been here before. We are each innocent contributors, our parts incomparable. Joy cannot be taken. It is who we are. Revere. It's a really uplifting message. It's a reminder of how strong you are, how capable you are, how you're strong enough to overcome any type of hardship, and that you are endless and the situation is temporary. It's just an experience in the moment, a moment in life that can be overcome, that can be healed. There's always a solution, and knowing that there's support around you. If not your family, there are organizations that can help, if it's to that extent, of course. But this is calling for you to recognize that within yourself. This strength, this force. It's like you are seeing yourself as a part of this oneness, this whole ball of energy that's having an experience that it's temporary. It's shifting the focus, shifting the mentality here, right? And this falls into connecting the mental and the emotional body, having that in alignment. When it is in alignment with the Pentacles card here, the physical will change, will shift. It's seeing yourself as energy. It calls on the frequency. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning into this video. I do hope that you find it helpful. If you would like to contact me, my information is in the description box. Once again, I wish you all a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2, for those of you who selected this card. The beauty of the rose is endlessly yet to be seen. Here's your reading. So we're going to look at this card at the end. Let's see what important question you need to ask yourself at this time. I'm going to pull a card from the Shadow and Light Oracle. Two. Need to ask himself at this time. Thank you. So we have here card number 27. Offended, enlightened. 27 reducing to 9. One question that comes to mind is, why do I take things to heart? So For someone or some of you, closed ears, having closed ears. And what I mean by that is sometimes we can receive advice, guidance, or even converse with others, and we close our ears when we don't want to hear or listen to the truth or listen to guidance that can help us. For someone, it's like a very stubborn energy, like you want to come up with that solution first. You don't want others to come up with that solution, right? I'm not saying this is everyone. If that is you, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. For others, it's just not wanting to hear what needs to be done, not wanting to hear your shortcomings or faults, preferring to be ignorant. You know that saying, ignorance is bliss. So if I don't see it, I don't focus on it, it doesn't exist at all. The problem does not exist because it's not right there in my face. So the question would be, why do I take things to heart that is said to me? Or let's flip this. You may be the truth speaker, the person offering the guidance, and if it is not received, why do you get offended when you provide guidance or advice to others? Why do you take it so personally? Why do they have to listen to you or do what you say? There's a feeling of control there, right? So that's a very important question to ask yourself. And with 27 reducing to 9, it feels like once you've overcome that, you're going to move on to like the next stage or the next level. It feels like a graduation. The crown chakra here is lit up. Okay. So for those of you who don't want to receive the guidance, what I'm being shown here is that it is presented to you, but you are refusing to see. So Spirit uses others to kind of give you that nudge to see that this is something of significance or importance. For those of you where you are the person offering the advice or giving the advice, you are receiving the download or the guidance to share with others, and you are meant to enlighten them or just to express it and then move on. Okay? So any type of emotions and ego should not be attached to that. It is pure divine energy. Okay? So it is received and released. Whatever the person wants to do with the information, that's their business. Right? You're the messenger and you gave the message. Right? So that's the question to ask yourself. Why am I offended, or why do I need others to follow my guidance? And you would dive deeper into that because it has something to do with insecurity on both sides of the argument. Okay, let's get a tarot card. It has a lot to do with timing, and I'm getting chills again for both. Wanting to figure things out yourself, so wanting to rely on divine timing, or there may be periods or times when you tell yourself, well, it's not the right time, I'm not ready yet to receive whatever guidance or a gift from source. It's just you wanting to do things in your own time. When it comes to, again, the person giving the guidance, it's the right timing to share what you know. So sometimes when we receive downloads, we can just immediately want to just blurt it out, and it's not received because it's not the right time. So it's using your senses. So we're talking about clairsentient, clairaudiently, etc., to feel a situation out and know when to share what you know. We have here the Tower. Wow. with the tower, and we have the two people falling out of the tower. It does represent both sides of the argument, so both camps, right? The person receiving the guidance and the person giving it, having like pretty much a meltdown. Completely annoyed because of this. This is really interesting. But with it being 9 again, this is the final test I'm hearing to allow this tower to crumble. So it's that false self to crumble. And it's like then you will be starting anew because you've overcome it. Now, I can totally relate to this from both sides. And during my period of awakening, connecting to myself, getting to know myself, stepping into being more genuine with myself, my feelings, the way I express myself to others, just living in truth, really. This doesn't bother me anymore. There's no need to fly off the handle, get annoyed, any type of hard feeling away, whatever. If someone offers you guidance, or if you're giving guidance and people are not receiving it. Yes, I'm not saying that every now and then you're not going to get a little bit worked up, but you're going to be able to just have it roll off your back. You're not going to be going to bed thinking about this, having sleepless nights because of this. You will be in a place where if someone is offering you guidance, you know that you don't have to take it on board. You can take little bits of it and apply it to your situation. If you're offering the guidance, you give the guidance and that's it. It's on them. It's their life. It's their experience. You did your bit. Okay? So this is really, really calling for you to dive deep within. You're right there at this final stage of closing out this chapter here on your spiritual journey of not holding on to things, like releasing control and not taking things personally. It's another form of ego death. Very nice. Not taking things personally that people say. You know, it could be anything. You're a parent. Someone might say, oh, I don't like that dress you're wearing. Oh, well, did you buy it? Bye. You know what I mean? It's like, so what? You're entitled to your opinion. And so am I. It's just like, move on. Nice for you. Good. Okay. So we have here the Shaman of Swords. That is the King of Swords. Look at that. Look at all of that coming out of the mouth. Swords card as well. So if you get mad, you can pretty much dice up someone with your words. It really runs deep. And I'm also getting a feeling of sometimes when people say things, you could be so emotionally charged that it comes across, or it to you, it sounds like they're being too harsh. They're cutting into you. So it's learning how to be in harmony with the self. Very balanced within, getting to know yourself so that you don't take things to heart. You handle situations accordingly. It's not saying to not speak your truth. Every now and then you might have to put someone in their place. But it's not all the time, because not everything requires you to lose control, to fly off the handle. With the King of Swords, you're in a position here where you can choose your battle. This is mentally in control, mentally composed, being able to read situations and knowing exactly what to say and when to say it. That's the beauty of that. Okay, let's see your advice. The beauty of the rose is endlessly yet to be seen. So this is an exercise that needs to be done, where you're going to be practicing first asking yourself the question, why am I offended? Why do I take things to heart? So asking the why question till you get to the root. right? What is that insecurity that's causing you to want to just get this huge release of annoyance and anger and frustration, even bitterness? It's not like that for everyone where it's like a huge hurricane, but it's really being honest and seeing if someone says something about you, do you take it to heart? Like, you get so annoyed that you're still bothered about it like next week. This beauty that you possess within, you're right there at the precipice of seeing it. With all these pink roses, that's unconditional love. That's having an open heart, compassion of the situation that you face and those you face it with. I know it's a very challenging and very tough thing to do, but again, it is important to really connect with yourself, you, the individual, the soul. When you know you and you're comfortable with you and you're connected with you, this stuff is not going to bother you as such. Okay, so we have here the crown chakra, ties in with this card, crown chakra. Receive, right? It says to stay present. So this is being mindful of yourself in the moment. It says grace, where roses blossom, where you develop, where you connect with yourself, where you are able to grow as a soul. Let summer flowers eternally in your heart with the heady fragrance of every valor, a fearless understanding that life works out better than you could have imagined when you are deeply relaxed. Let your languid beauty innocently invoke an inner awakening to the self-realization. I am truly beautiful in so many ways. May you receive this knowing gracefully, for the love in your own heart is what you absolutely deserve. So this is purely a personal thing. And once you've overcome this, it feels like 1,000 pounds have been lifted off your shoulders. Clarity, you will truly be enlightened. Almost wondering, why haven't I figured this out earlier, sooner? But the key thing here is that you have figured it out at the right time. It's beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. I would like to thank everyone who've tuned into this video. I truly appreciate you all. And if you are interested in contacting me, my information is in the description box. Also, if you're interested in personal readings, information on that is in the description box below. I want to thank you all again, and I'm sending you lots of love and many blessings. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the third card, she came back to the innocence of the garden. Here's your reading. So we'll look at this card at the end. We're going to pull a card from the Shadow and Light Oracle. Source. What important questions should option 3 ask themselves? Okay, one card, please. So we have here card number 32, relaxation activation. How can I find harmony and oneness with myself? That's what I'm getting from this. With 32 reducing to 5, and 5 represents change, right? 5 represents transition. 5 represents transformation, right? Going through a process of perspective shifts, evolving with age and experiences. But this is actually being at peace with change. And there is a feeling of reflection as well. So you are reflecting on where you were and where you are now. There's also a little hint of where you would like to be or move towards. What direction would you like to go in? There's also a little bit of where you would like to be in the future. But more so, this is giving a feeling of being present in the moment, but not only with your environment and surroundings, with yourself. It's really calling on nurturing your inner self, your inner temple. And it's tackling various things from inner child work to spiritual work, the spiritual self, connecting with the soul, the higher self, the ancestors, the guides, source, right? Animal kingdom, to past lives. This person is, they have a backpack. This person is actually looking at themselves. They have a backpack, so they're traveling, right? But this journey is the journey to the soul, I'm hearing, the journey inward. And I'm also feeling heavily like belief system or beliefs that we had or have that are changing, seeing things differently. I'm hearing evolution in my head, evolving, ever evolving and changing. So not just sticking to one particular viewpoint. This is now you looking at the multidimensional aspect of things. It's very, very broad. It's a space of neutrality, right? So the question that you ask yourself does involve you needing to go inwards and being honest, but also practicing being neutral when faced with certain issues, such as having to decide on what particular side you are on with an argument. So it's being able to listen, right? To hear what someone is saying without, of course, belittling your beliefs, but being able to hear what they are saying and seeing it from another angle. And sometimes that does involve you adjusting your beliefs. It's like with being able to see something from a different angle or perspective, and it enriches your experience or wisdom. That's a positive thing. It helps you to grow. That's how we find solutions to problems. It's not just being stubborn and really sticking to our diggings all the time. Sometimes we have to be open to dissect things and triggers, right? The seed of that wisdom may come from another. And it's for you to then inspect or dissect that seed and finding that wisdom that resonates within. It is heavily based on the personal experience, the personal journey here with relaxation activation. It's not rushed either with the words relaxation. When you relax, it allows you to expand, to excel. With activation, it wakes something up within you. You are more receptive to understanding. And if we're focusing on the spiritual side of things, when you are relaxed, you're more open to receive the blessings from the universe, the blessings from your ancestors. Seeing yourself, honestly, how you project yourself onto others, where you see yourself in the moment. So we're talking about how do you feel about yourself, appearance wise, intelligence wise, emotionally. We're working through all layers of the self, because for you guys, it's needing to be that solid version of who you are, the soul. When you know who you are and you're comfortable within yourself, there are no limits. The veil's lifted. You are able to maintain your beliefs while being open to see another person's view openly. And what is interesting with that, and it's such a freeing experience, I was able to have a conversation with a person where it didn't feel like it was a battle or a war. It didn't feel like I was held hostage by this person and it was all about them speaking and I should listen, and that's that. They didn't want to hear me out. It was a healthy back and forth. The way that adults, the way that we are meant to converse with each other. That is something that is missing today. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you are on. The key thing here is to listen, hear, listen, process what is being said. But the most important thing is asking questions. So if someone has a differing opinion to yours or view on a topic, find out how did they come to that conclusion, without there being any type of animosity. The person that I was talking to, they said they were just like a hardcore atheist. Now, I could have easily just closed my ears and be like, okay, bye. Or argued a whole case about why there is a God and all that stuff, my beliefs. Till it was heated, then it would have gotten to the point where we would be taking cheap shots about each other's appearance. That's not a healthy conversation. I'm not saying that this is what you guys are doing, by the way. But the conversation led, and maybe it's because I mentor people, where I was asking this person questions. I was curious to know what was this person's experience and why they've decided to say that they are a hardcore atheist. And the most refreshing thing was the person was asking me questions about my beliefs, why I believed in the Creator, why I believe there is a God, wanted to hear my experiences. In the end, we both left the discussion a bit wiser. I saw things from the perspective of someone who just did not believe that there was a God, had spiritual experiences, but they just didn't understand it. They left the conversation having an open mind that maybe there is something greater than themselves. There is a possibility. Before it was a absolutely not, but after that discussion, it became a possibility that there is something greater. And then we spoke about, on a human level, things that we want for our families and communities. And it ended up being the same thing. But the key thing here is knowing thyself, being willing to change, to evolve, not be stuck. No, not being willingly ignorant, but being open to experiencing and learning, and always knowing that you don't have to take everything on board, but you have to be able to see, right, dissect a view and find the truth within that. Nice. Wow, this is a powerful one, because I am very, very big on needing to look within the self. It is so important on so many levels. Every aspect of your life relies on you being comfortable with who you are, knowing who you are. Of course, it is a lifelong journey. However, starting the process to be comfortable within your skin and healing triggers, finding out what the hell are those triggers. What is it about myself that makes me feel triggered by someone else's actions or what someone else says? It is so important. Wow. This is unbelievably powerful. Okay, let's get a tarot card here. I mean, look at this image here of the advice card with this young lady. She came back to the innocence of the garden. She came back to her true self, the pure self, the original self. Okay, let's get a tarot. The garden, the home to the self, that beautiful place where we can blossom. It's also the family, coming back to the Creator, the divine self. Okay, ooh. We have here the Five of Wands. The inner conflict that then expands outwards to conflicts with others or hard feelings. Right? This is another one where not allowing the opinions and views of others to trigger or affect you. There is no need to fight unnecessarily, create obstacles, drama and all that, or even take part in that. When you know who you are, you will be able to know exactly what you are fighting for, what is worth fighting for. And that's another question for you guys. Is it worth fighting for? Or is this worth fighting for, whatever the this is? How will it benefit me? Me, the individual, and then it expands out to others. This is calling for you to not get involved in drama, especially other people's dramas. Relax, knowing when to step in, and when you're in a relaxed state, it allows you to have solutions, come up with solutions, right? You know, some people where they become headless chickens during challenging times. I know a few people like that. And somehow they feel that if they are a loose cannon and just scream and act crazy, that solutions will come. No, it does not. When you have a cool head, knowing that this particular situation, with you shouting, screaming, or going crazy, is not going to change the situation, calm down so you can think clearly, feel clearly, and come up with solutions. Activate the mind, activate the intuition. That will be a very good exercise to do. Moments of stillness so you can receive clarity, you can receive information that will help you during difficult times, challenging times, chaotic times. Making it a healthy habit to disassociate yourself in conflict. It's like the conflict may be around you, but you are in your own bubble. It's like that. That's what I'm seeing. You're in your safe space where you're able to think clearly, where you're able to have solutions. You guys are like mediators. I'm getting a mediator vibe here. Very, very strong energy of the, like a wise one, an elder. That is what you're meant to be leading up to. Okay? Wow. Okay, let's get another card. We have the Two of Swords, and it's like almost in the reverse position. But it's all about being balanced mentally, right? Not being stuck in drama, but it's learning to be able to detach yourself and come inwards, come to center, I'm hearing. So needing to learn how to pause when you get a heads up on potential issues, challenges with others. It's giving me that with the relaxation activation card and the Two of Swords. Having that moment to think, right? That pause and being able to think, with two being the card of balance, a balanced state of mind. With this being Wands, so that you will know the right tactic or strategy to act upon. Okay? This is lovely. Yes, we have here the Lovers. The Choice card, but also it might be relationship dramas. Friends, family, romantic partners, co-workers. Again, knowing what to fight for. And another question, is it worth my time and energy? Okay? Fighting for this or about this. With me getting involved, is it about what I'm fighting about? Or is it about my ego? You guys got a lot of questions, but it's this is like a lovely pile. But once you master this, you ask yourself the questions, you answer it, you get to the core issue, and you heal that, you will be in a powerful position. Wow. Okay. So this beautiful card, it represents the throat chakra. It says stardust is everywhere, unity, and it's all about forgiveness. The message says, our connection to the ancients, swept clean in this new eon. The soft blue brush of forgiveness dipped into vibrant green. A super lush freshness never before seen. We leave the untrue behind for fungi. and cosmic stardust to compost. What is beautiful continues to sing through our activated solar plexus. Our cosmology is new. We are children teaching the universe to play fair, self-validating, wild and unique, beautiful miracles, living and breathing love. We are at the frontier of playful creativity, love made real. Playfulness requires collective courage. Me becoming we, becoming fun. And that is beautiful. A child of the universe, becoming that, realizing that, connecting with the relaxation card to that, seeing yourself as that. It puts everything into perspective, and it makes a lot of challenging views and situation a lot more manageable, because you feel like you are fully supported, not only by those you have in your life, but by what you can't see. It's a force and energy that you feel in your heart connected to, and you know is always there for you. And that is beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. I want to thank each and every one of you who have tuned into this reading. I truly love you all and appreciate you. If you would like to get in touch with me, my information is in the description box. Also, if you would like personal readings, my information is in the description box. I would like you to have a wonderful day, and I'm sending you lots of blessing and love. Bye.
Open your